Right, so gather round close. This is a journey into a world that exists right beside us, yet remains completely invisible to our biological hardware. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, we are told of a creation that predates humanity, a creation that maintains the very fabric of the heavens and the earth. These are the Malaika, the angels. But how can we be sure they exist? Why is belief in them a fundamental pillar of Imaan? To understand, we have to look at the limits of our own existence. Science tells us that we are practically blind. Our eyes, these lenses we rely on, they only perceive a tiny microscopic sliver of reality. It's called the visible spectrum, and it represents less than 0.00035% of the universe. Think about that. 99.9% of everything around us is hidden, invisible, and perpetually undetectable. We think we understand the unseen because we can detect air or measure the intensity of a smell, but that is a shallow answer. Allah Almighty swears in the Quran by the things we can see and the things we can never see. Beyond the reach of our technology exists a workforce created from Noor, a cold light that does not sit on our rainbow. These beings were brought into existence long before the first man drew breath. Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, reported that Allah created the angels from Noor, the jinn from a smokeless flame of fire, and Adam from the material already explained to us. But what is this Noor? Exactly what kind of light is it? Nobody really knows, but we know it isn't the light our eyes can perceive. The word Malaika itself comes from root words meaning to rule over, or the messenger. Both are true, because the angels are ruled by Allah Almighty, and they have delivered His messages to humanity since the beginning of time. They don't get tired, they don't eat, they don't have physical requirements or egos unless a specific angel is created for a specific purpose, like the ones created for anger and harshness. Your journey with these beings began before you were even born. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, reported that when a fetus is formed in the womb, Allah Almighty assigns an angel to it. Imagine, in that darkness, the angel watches the development, saying, "O Allah, it is still a sperm. O Allah, it is now a clot. O Allah, it is now flesh." And when the form of the human is completed, the angel asks the defining questions of your soul. O Allah, should he become male or female? Should he be of good intentions or evil? How long will he live? How much rizq, sustenance, is he to be given? By the will of Allah, that angel writes those four things: your gender, your age, your food, and your ultimate destiny. Once you take your first breath, that angel is replaced by others. You are surrounded by the muakabat, the guardian angels. They are assigned to your front and your back, shielding you from harm by the will of Allah Almighty, until the very second your death is written to arrive. Only then do they draw back. Beside them sit the Kiraman Katibeen, the noble recorders. These are entities of the highest manners. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, told us they actually draw back in embarrassment when a person is in a state of impurity or unclothed. They record every whisper, every secret intention, and every action, creating a book that will be opened on the final day. When the clock of life runs out, the Malak al-Maut, the angel of death, arrives. In Islamic literature, he is often referred to as Israfil. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, reported that Israfil knows all the dry and wet realms of the earth, checking on the residents 5 times every single day to see if their time is near. He commands a hierarchy, the Naziat, who plunge into the souls of the defiant with a terrifying, harsh force, and the Nashitat, who draw out the souls of the righteous as gently as water flowing from a leaf. Even after death, the encounter continues. In the grave, you are visited by 2 black-skinned, blue-eyed angels called Munkar and Nakir, who will test your faith just as humanity will be tested by the Dajjal. If we look up, the scale of this creation becomes impossible to grasp. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that he heard the sky creak, and it is justified in creaking because there isn't a handful of space in the heavens where an angel is not bowed down in prostration to Allah Almighty. In the first sky, called Rakia, there is an angel whose body is half fire and half ice, where the fire does not melt the ice and the ice does not extinguish the fire. In the third sky, Kaidum, sits an entity with 70,000 heads. Each head has 70,000 mouths, and each mouth has 70,000 tongues, all praising Allah Almighty in 70,000 different languages. And with every single praise, Allah creates a new angel. Then we reach the names known to all history. Michael, Angel Mikaeel, the provider who manages the rain and the atoms of the earth. Prophet Muhammad once asked the angel Jibreel why he had never seen Mikaeel smiling. Jibreel replied that Mikaeel has not smiled since the day Allah created the hellfire. Then there is Raphael, Angel Israfil, the blower of the trumpet. Ever since he was assigned the task, he has kept his mouth on the trumpet and his eyes fixed on the throne of Allah, unblinking, fearing that he might miss the order to end the world by a fraction of a second. And of course, the mighty Jibreel, the faithful spirit. He is the one who brought the first revelation, read in the name of your Lord. Prophet Muhammad saw him twice in his original form, a magnificent dark green being with 600 wings that cover the entire horizon. From his wings fall diamonds, rubies and sapphires, gemstones of a nature only Allah knows. This angel has interacted with the prophets throughout time: Abraham, Lot, Zechariah, and Maryam, the mother of Jesus. When Jibreel appears to non-prophets, he takes the form of a man, but his true power is enough to level cities. At the very summit of existence are the Muqarrabun, those who are near, and the 8 massive angels who carry the Arsh, the divine throne of Allah. To understand their scale, the distance from their earlobe to their shoulder is a journey of 700 years. When the will of Allah Almighty descends, it sounds like a metal chain being whipped against a smooth stone, vibrating through every sky, making the angels flutter their wings in divine anxiety. Every day, 70,000 new angels enter the Bayt al-Ma'ur in the 7th sky to worship. They pray once, they leave, and they never return, replaced by 70,000 more every single day until the end of time. There are also the mysterious guardians of the fire, the Zabaniyya. When the enemies of the Prophet tried to stop his prayer at the Kaaba, Allah revealed that if they summoned their supporters, he would summon the Zabaniyya. Abu Jahil saw a trench of fire and terrifying wings, retreating in fear. These are the guards of Sakar, led by Malik, the angel who will tell the dwellers of the fire that they must remain there eternally. We started with a question of sight. We end with a question of reality. The angels are the bridge between our physical limitations and the divine. We are walking through a crowd of millions that we simply don't have the hardware to perceive. We think we are the masters of this world, but we are the ones being watched, protected, and recorded. If the hair on your arms is standing up, that is the realization of the 0.0035%. The hierarchy of the skies is deeper than any ocean. There are angels like Bark, with 4 faces, a man, a bull, a lion, and a vulture, whose tail flashes with lightning strikes. If you want to remain with us as we go deeper into the forbidden sky and explore the oft-frequented house where the stars are born, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell, because the next journey is one you definitely don't want to miss in the dark. Keep your eyes on the horizon and your flashlights off.